All right, on this Food City Friday, we're welcoming registered dietitian Kirby Moir back into our studio kitchen. She's been all about grilling this summer, and we love it because I think so many families are outside. It just makes for a wonderful summer evening.
Yes, and I think we get through Memorial Day, we get through 4th of July. We're kind of thinking about back to school a little bit, and I'm hanging on.
Me too.
To all of the summer grilling.
Oh, tight.
Yes.
Tightly, yes. And you've got some great things because I feel like too, like some of the produce has been a little bit later in the season, so it's really coming in now.
Yes, yeah.
Which makes us outside grilling even better.
Absolutely, and I think the point of grilling, why we really talk about it being beneficial from a meal planning perspective, it's super quick, it doesn't take a lot of cleanup, and I really encourage people making meals at home during the summer months. Yeah. I think it's just a great way to build memories and serve up some delicious food.
And it's healthier.
That's what we're gonna.
She's not gonna say that, but I will. She's
yeah, like, we're gonna hit those. Yeah.
She's like
But I think when we talk as dietitians, we talk a lot about choosing more lean proteins, which are lower in fat. And the issue that happens is that when we take a lean protein on a high heat, they tend to stick. They tend to dry out a little bit, so we need to have some techniques to get the most flavor and to where you're like, oh, I want to put more chicken and fish on the grill. And we're going to talk about beef and pork a little bit later too, but I wanted to kind of touch on marinating as a kind of a technique to make sure those lean proteins have plenty of flavor. And Food City makes it super easy in my opinion. I kind of chose today to start with chicken and fish first, but when we think about marinating, you want to try to build in a little bit of oil, a little bit of acid, and a little bit of flavor into your marinade.
Okay.
And that sounds complicated, but it's really super straightforward.
I see some juices, so I'm thinking that might be a good shortcut.
Yes, so juices, you could always use fresh citrus, but juices tend to work super well. They're gonna impart a little bit of sweetness, but they're also a little bit acidic. So especially for choices like chicken, these are great because they're gonna tenderize it, they're gonna soften it, and then when you put it on the grill, it's really gonna help keep it juicy, nice and full of flavor. Another trick that I like to use is actually light coconut milk. This is beautiful for chicken. Chicken, you don't actually want to marinate for too long. Same going with fish. Fish actually only needs about 15 to 30 minutes to marinate. Oh, nice. So if you were short on time, that is my go-to choice. And I actually picked up a cedar plank at Food City because those are pre-soaked and ready to go on the grill. So that's going to help protect that fish from kind of sticking. I used a dry rub on that using just some low sodium herbs and spices. But when we think about our marinades, you could get something ready-made that's lower in sugar, lower in salt, or you could create your own. Some of my favorite things to use are vinegars, soy sauce, and then juice. That 3 combination, just equal parts, makes a beautiful marinade for anything you're looking to use on the grill this summer.
And I noticed you picked a rice vinegar.
Yes.
Love this.
Yeah, now rice vinegar is kind of interesting. It has a little bit of a funky smell, but when it actually cooks down at heat, it creates a sweet kind of feeling on your tongue, which I love. And then of course soy sauce is going to add a little bit of salt or sodium, but that also actually helps tenderize or soften our meat. Okay. So we talk a lot about like, oh, should I have salt, should I not? Really use it in an effective way to make sure you're maximizing flavor, and this is going to help with that texture, which I think is a big part.
Nice. And I love the coconut milk.
Yes, that's a hack.
Awesome.
And a quick one. You just use coconut milk, soy sauce, lime juice, and cilantro for about 2 hours in the bowl in the fridge. You take that out and right on the grill, and they are beautiful. That is like a staple in my family. Super simple. And again, those orange juice and pineapple juice, I'm going to teach you a little bit about pork with those later, but that also works great on chicken as well with some fresh herbs.
Very nice. And speaking of fresh, you put together this wonderful fresh salsa that could be used on a lot of the fishes, especially shrimp.
Yeah, so I think it goes well with cod, tilapia, any of those. So that's another way to get some moisture and some flavor in there. Make a quick salsa. I picked out mango, tomato, a little bit of bell pepper, and serve that right on top of your fresh fish.
Oh my gosh, fresh fish.
Yeah,
and
we'll get it out
fishes. We got all kinds of different things going on. Salmon, I love too. Always so fresh at Food City. The seafood.
Yes, and if you need help knowing where to start, that's like my favorite thing about Food City. They are specialists there. We have our butchers, our seafood specialists. They can help you know how long to cook things, what temperature, and they'll help you with some of these rubs and seasonings we have over in our meat department.
All right, everything we need all ready to hit the grill and have some summertime fun. Kirby, great to have you. She'll be back a little later on in the show. She's got some other things she wants to show us as well. For more information on all the products and different recipes, you can visit foodcity.com.